What's up, everybody? Welcome to Normieville.
Well, we call you normies.
So, a lot of you might have heard about ESPN and the parent company Disney making a lot of employment decisions in the coming months. Now, this actually has been going on for, I think, a year or so now. And really, the parent company Disney has been making a lot of layoffs due to movies not really popping off. Of course, they also own Marvel. Some of their movies haven't really done as well as they would like to. And because of that, they're hemorrhaging money right now between Marvel, Disney, the parent company Disney, and ESPN. Their viewership is going down drastically, and that is causing them to make a lot of decisions within the corporation, to include whether a lot of these some of these well-named people in ESPN, if they are going to be able to keep their jobs, their livelihoods, okay? Of course, people like Stephen A. Smith, they're not going anywhere, right? Which really, I would say, in my opinion, the only person that has job security at ESPN is probably Stephen A. Smith. He is their flagship anchor on their network. Other than that, everybody's free game, if you ask me, okay? And well, as you can see here in this article from Outkick, there is another recent wave of terminations at ESPN. As you can see here from Outkick.com, ESPN on air bludgeoning begins.
Target acquired.
Jalen Rose, Jeff Van Gundy out. Max Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson are also gone too. Yeah, man. Nobody is safe. So a lot of these people, male and female anchors on ESPN better be stepping their game up, because if you're not connected with the high level people like Stephen A. Smith, somebody else that will vouch for you, you're probably going to get canned. As you can see in this article, let's read. ESPN is not holding back after news came down today that longtime NBA analysts Jeff Van Gundy and Jalen Rose have been let go. Now, Jalen Rose, of course, is our resident thug, Pookie, NBA retired superstar. He has spoken for many people. Specifically, he's spoken for John Morant and other NBA players that have had some shady past or shady misdealings in their career, and he's spoken up for them. I was doing this when I was in the league and blah, blah type guy, right? And Jeff Van Gundy, who's been with the network for a long time covering the NBA, unfortunately, he had to go too. The moves, first reported by the New York Post, Andrew Marchand, are part of the company's cost-cutting initiative. See what I'm talking about? They are the first high-profile names of what is expected to be upwards of 20 on-air personalities. That's 4. Do the math. 20 on-air personalities let go as the network tries to figure out their future direction. Of course, you see the tweet here from Clay Travis reporting some of the bad news. Marchand reports that Van Gundy's contract was not up. However, his salary was in the millions of dollars. Still, fans across social media were shocked by the news after becoming accustomed to hearing Van Gundy and Mike Breen as ESPN's main NBA broadcast team for 16 years.
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
It's a long time to be let go. Hope he's got a good severance package. The former Knicks and Rockets head coach joined the network after the 2006-2007 season. Former Warriors head coach Mark Jackson eventually joined the ESPN broadcast booth too. According to Richard, I'm not going to butcher that, of the Athletic, Van Gundy found out about ESPN's decision this morning. Again, like I said, I don't rejoice in these guys being let go, because everybody deserves. I respect the fact these guys want to be able to provide for their families and themselves. So I don't rejoice in these guys being let go. However, business decisions have to be made. ESPN has been going down the tubes as of late because they've been integrating political issues and other societal issues and lifestyle and things of that nature into their programming, which has caused people not to watch them as much. A lot of people are going to mainly places like YouTube. You got Black and White Sports, you got Microphone, you got myself, the Normieville, right? And people are watching them to get their sports news and the latest and greatest in whatever league you want to, whatever league you like to watch. So they're leaving ESPN, and really they're leaving Fox Sports too. So I mean, a lot of changes are coming down the pike. So they got to keep up, lose their wokeness, or, of course, go broke. Let's continue. Jalen Rose also gone from ESPN in perhaps more shocking move based on the network's political leanings. Jalen Rose was fired this morning. The NBA Countdown and former host of the failed Jalen and Jacoby show was known for such hot takes like saying Mount Rushmore is racist.
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
This past April, Rose insinuated that Hall of Fame coach Phil Jackson was also racist because he won championships on the backs of black athletes.
Enemy spotted.
It's unclear if Rose knew he was being let go. He had been a poster child for the network's woke coverage since joining the network over a decade ago. Now, real quick, I want to let you know that the language in this article, of course, Outkick has their particular leanings as well. That's why some of the language in here is a little bit sarcastic. Again, you look at this news how you want. I'm just reading the article, but I want you to know what's going on out here in the sports news. The layoffs come just a week after ESPN Radio canceled the Keyshawn and Jay Will Max show, which nobody really watched anyway. Both Keyshawn Johnson and Max Kellerman were let go of today as well. Now, Keyshawn Johnson, I like listening to his takes about football, but let's keep it real. Max Kellerman has been on a downward slope to getting terminated from the network since he left First Take. We all know what happened between him and Stephen A. Smith. We all know Stephen A. Smith didn't really care for him that much, and seems like the network didn't really either, but they wanted to keep him on, so they put him with Jay, Will, and Max, which was an all right show, but the format was kind of, it was more like a radio podcast than really like a network show because of how it was set up and everything. So it would have been good probably as like a podcast, for people to listen to, but to watch on TV, it probably didn't get a lot of viewership anyway. And Max Kellerman, like I said, because of some of his views and some of his takes with other anchors like Stephen A. Smith and other people, he was on his way out anyway too. I hope he knew that. So let's finish up. Given the current environment, ESPN has determined it necessary to identify some additional cost savings. Oh, wait a minute. Additional cost savings, really?
Make more money, darling.
In the area of public-facing commentator salaries. And that process has begun, ESPN said in a statement to Front Office Sports. Quote, this exercise will include a small group of job cuts in the short term and ongoing focus on managing costs when we negotiate individual contract renewals in the months ahead. This is an extremely challenging process involving individuals who have had tremendous impact on our company. These difficult decisions based on more overall efficiency than merit will help us meet our financial targets and ensure future growth, the statement continued. Yeah.
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I'm going to translate all of that for you in a couple of short sentences, okay? ESPN is going broke. ESPN is going broke because of the way the direction that they have decided to go with the network and some of their rhetoric. So to save money, we are going to fire some of y'all. And when it's time to negotiate contracts, if you're really good, like Stephen A. Smith knows, and I hate using his name, but I hate using his name so much, but he's the only guy on the network that I believe is the most profitable. Okay. So when it comes time for contract negotiation, whoever's left, you're probably going to get paid less money. And hey, man, and if we continue to go in this direction, we're probably going to lose more money. So we're probably going to have to cut some more of y'all off. But it is what it is. We're not going to stop because we're Disney, the parent company. So like I said, step your game up. You'll continue to get a paycheck. If not, you're going to be one of the ones to get cut.
Target down!
There you have it. But do these firings mean a new direction for the network? I wouldn't hold my breath, me either. You can be sure there will be some outcry, however, after the network recently signed Pat McAfee to an $85 million deal over 5 years, while Stephen A. Smith makes a reported $8 million per year. Sorry, Stephen A. Smith probably will have his contract renegotiated. He'll probably make some more money to get close to Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee has a bigger audience. Stephen A. Smith, most of his audience is on ESPN. He now has a podcast, which I believe is doing very well. I like it myself. But Pat McAfee has not only ESPN now, but he has his millions of followers on YouTube and other places, okay? He's a little bit more relatable. He's going to get more money because more people are going to watch him. That's just the way it is. But like he says, like whoever the author of this article says, I don't believe they're going to go in a different direction. So we'll keep up and see who else is going to get cut from the team, all right? Thank you again for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me, I'm just a normie, Mr. Normie, here to bring the latest and greatest in sports, news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about these budget cuts down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.